My turn? Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. I want to rise and ask for some consideration of these young folks, these individuals here today. I do want to say that what I've witnessed today and what I've witnessed in the streets have been effective and productive communications of their concerns. And I just want to say that they have every right to be nonviolent and go anywhere they want to go to produce their messaging. And I don't believe that the council is the one who will have the monopoly on how you express yourself. I will. These folks have simple demands. They have decided that they were going to hit the streets. You know, it's funny how we fight hard for our young people to be involved, to vote. How we ask people to get involved and get out of the living room and care. We have no right to tell them how to do that. So let me just say, I acknowledge that three of the things they want seems reasonable to me. They want body cameras by January 25th, immediately. I don't think that's a problem. They want to get rid of the way we discipline our police. They want a democratically elected civilian review board. I don't think that's a problem. And they want the data that goes with the body cameras to be able to be used by the elected civilian review board. So let me just say, I don't think that's radical. I think it's reasonable. And you have every right to demand that along other things. Let me, in my time, and I appreciate the opportunity to have just a couple more minutes than my normal, let me just say that I'm going to talk about the Department of Justice report. It's my first opportunity since it came out. Let me say to you that this, for me, is a horror story. This is not just 58 pages of print on a paper. This is a reflection of individuals who live in our community or who have come into our community and who have experienced certain negative interactions with the people we have hired, that we have so-called trained, and that we have given a badge and a gun and told them to serve and protect. This is a horror story. How about the mentally ill citizen who gets slammed on the ground because the police don't understand how to deal with her? How about Tamir, who legally had a gun that was a toy gun? Horror story. But I'm not going to read it all, but this is from the Department of Justice. This is not Jeff Johnson. This is not one of my normal in the past stand up and say, why did they slam the two young people in front of Colorado High School down when they were coming out of school? Why did the police do that? And then years later, or within a certain period of time, the person who did it was promoted to lieutenant. Why did that happen? Why are we allowing our police to get away with that? Now, this is the Department of Justice. This is not me. 600 cases that they looked at. Not all of them, and most of them were not the result of death. How about the man that was in a gurney, tied down and tased? Horror story. This ain't no joke. You can move these people out here. It is not a joke. Individual cases. Now, Most of our officers don't do this. Good people. Come to my meetings. Love my commander. But there's an element in our police department, Director McGrath. There is an element in our police department, Mayor Jackson, in his absence, that are cowboys. Now you've got, and I'm wrapping this up, and you've got the Department of Justice telling you that this department engages in a pattern or practice of unconstitutional force. That's the Fourth Amendment, by the way. Unconstitutional. See, when we hire them to serve and protect, it's within the guise that they will do it constitutionally. That's what it's about. So I can go through all this, but we've read about it. We tried this before. They came before. And they told us before. 2004, 2005. What happened? Very little. Now we got to get a monitoring, a consent decree, and a federal court involved. I hope this council makes sure it does its job to make sure this consent decree actually has solutions. Now we're going to go around, and I will go with them and talk to this community. But I know what they're going to tell you. Fix the Cleveland Police Department. So I have my reason. I have my idea of solutions. And one is just simple, and just say this. It's time for change. And those who are responsible. Yes, see how they don't take it seriously? You see what's happening here, right? I don't care who walks out on me, but this government cannot walk out on the people of Cleveland. This government cannot walk out on the people of Cleveland. This mayor cannot be absent from the people of Cleveland. Mr. McGrath, Mr. Flask was over it. It's time to go. It's time for a change. Thank you.